Welcome back to another video. In this video we are going to explore some UI elements. Let's start by first creating a new file. So I will select new file and make sure that you are selecting SwiftUI view. Click on next and name it as image button and state playground, I guess. Okay, so in this video we are going to explore how we can utilize image button and @state property wrapper. So first let's start with the image. So we can display image in SwiftUI in two ways. So the first way to display an image is using SF symbol, and the second way to display an image is using the asset. Remember, we have this assets folder in here, and we can have our own colors and images in this folder to display in the UI. So let's start by displaying the SF symbol. So for that we will just remove the existing code that's provided to us, and as you type image you will see that we have different options for us to utilize. So we are interested in this system name, so click on it, or you can type it if it's not available, and then it accepts a string. So let's add a string here, and within this string we can actually name any SF symbol icon that we are interested. So how do we get the name for this SF symbol? We actually have to download or install an application. It's called SF symbol. It's available, you can search it on maybe Google or download from App Store, and it has all the icons available to you. These are all the system icons, so you can just maybe search for icon if you're looking, or you can just maybe you can select it via these categories. Like if you are interested in if you have a fitness app, you can just select that and have an icon from here. So let's start by adding a simple icon. So what you need to do is copy this name from here and go back to Xcode, and within this string just simply add this. So now you can see that we have this nice icon showing up, and we can actually use some modifiers with this image as well. So let's start by having a font modifier and maybe have a large title so that our image is easily visible. Yeah, so and then let's just change it to maybe some other icon. Let's just say if we want to have some user image, something like this, our default user image, so we can use it like this. Okay, looks nice. So this is how you can use the SF symbol images in your app. And now for the asset, we have to actually create a new asset in this asset folder. So open it up, and you can notice that we have this plus icon at the very bottom of the screen. So click on it and select this image set. Now we have this image set, and let's just name this image as maybe nature, because this is what I have downloaded an image already. So if you want a different image, you can have different image. And you may notice that we have these three places where we can drop our image: 1x, 2x and 3x. And it's the simple explanation is, if you have like the image of size 100 pixel by 100 pixel, so your 2x would be 800 pixel by 800 pixel, and 3x would be 1200 pixel by 1200 pixel. So that's up to you if you want to use all these three formats, but for now we can just simply use one. So I have already downloaded this image, so I will drag this and drop it into 1x column. Okay, now our image is all set. So we can go back to our view, and in here let's just commit this code. So for adding an image from the asset, we just have to type the image and then just add directly double quotes and add the image name that's in the asset folder. And using this, okay, now we have our image is displayed. It looks nice, but it's very zoomed in. So what we can do, we actually have a few modifiers that we can use with the image to resize it. So let's first use this resizable modifier, and then what we can do is we have scales that we can apply. Like if you want to fit the view into a specific width and height, you can use that, or if you want it to fill the entire screen, you can use these two options from here. Okay, so now our image looks nice. So another thing you may notice that we have this white space at the top and at the bottom is because the image is not full screen. So what we can do is we can add a modifier that's called ignore safe areas, and once you add it, your image will utilize the whole screen available. So this is how you can actually display your own image from the asset folder. And yeah, I guess that's it for the image, so we can just comment this out for now. The next thing we want to look at is the button. So button is again very simple. You just have to type button and you will see different options for you how you can utilize it. So let's just start with this title one. So we just have to provide a string. We can just maybe call it as click me for now, and then you will notice that we have this action that accept a method. So if you enter on this one or press and enter, we now have these curly braces. So within this you can actually execute your code for like when this button will be pressed, like execute code for button press. So for now, let's just say if you are running this on an emulator, so if you click on this, you will notice this print statement in the console. The console can be opened from the bottom. You have this icon in here. So once you click on it, you will have this console that displays this information. So let's just say 10 is tab or something. So that's how you can just simply add a button to your view. And if you want a more customized button, we can actually do that. So for that you have to use a different initializer, I would say. So for that you just have to type the button in here, and then we are directly going to use uh, this callback method that's called when the button is tap on it. And then for the label or for the text of this button, we have to type on label in here, and you will notice that the option is popping up. So click on it, and now in the label you can actually have your customized button style. So here we can just add maybe a text, and let's just name it as login. And then we can have maybe we can use different view modifiers that are available for the text, and we have actually learned them in the last video. So there is one view modifier that actually adds a background, so I will just add a background, and let's provide a color of maybe blue. So we will select color dot blue, and you notice that the background is actually we actually need a foreground color as well. Foreground color is for the font color for the text, so let's just have maybe white so that our text is visible. And let's just, before adding a background, we just give it a padding so that the yeah, now it looks nice. So yeah, and then maybe we can give it a corner radius. There's another view modifier, and let's just give it a corner radius of 10, so our button looks very nice. So we can tap on our button, and we can maybe have this print statement on the console. Since this is just a canvas, so you won't see it in here, but if you are running on a real device or emulator, then when you tap on the button you will see this print statement on the console. So yeah, that's all for the button. And for the @state property wrapper, I will just have another variable in here at the top. Let's name it as counter and give it initial value of 0. That's how you declare a variable in Swift. And when we declare this variable with a var, then it means our Swift knows that this counter value is going to change in future. But the thing is, once if you want to use this counter value inside a SwiftUI file, in a SwiftUI element, so let's just provide this in a way to have a variable inside a text. You can just have this slash and then the parenthesis, and then you can add the value of a variable, or you can just name the variable that you want to print. So now if our counter is 1, and you will notice that this value is going to update to 1. So that's how this value is added to SwiftUI. So what we want to do is, when we tap on this button, we want to maybe increment this value by 10. So now if you click on the button, okay, that's I think that's understandable why this is happening. It's because this variable is inside a struct, and structs are by default not mutable, so you cannot change the value of the struct like this in a SwiftUI. So in order to handle this, what we want to do is, we want to tell SwiftUI that this value can be changed in future. So for that we have to use @state property wrapper with our variable, and this way SwiftUI knows that it has to keep a watch on this variable for its state, and it's possible that its value changes in future, and when this value changes, the SwiftUI is going to re-render the view for it. So now if I tap on the login, you will notice that our value of counter is incremented to 11. Now tap again, it's 21, it's 31, it's 41. So this is how this @state property wrapper works. So this is very powerful and very important feature of SwiftUI. So you should be comfortable using @state property wrapper. So I guess that's it for this video. See you in the next one. Thank you.